I work security at Disney World and I quit for a disturbing reason.
I made it not the happiest place on earth.
I made it the most melancholy place on earth.
I took a shit on that one sword the kids tried to take out.
So, I work in security at Disney World, the happiest place on earth. Typically, I wouldn't say where I work, as obviously there are some pretty strict rules about things employees can put online. But I just don't think I can tell this story properly without the context.
Yeah, I feel like also if you said anything about where you work, we would figure it out.
I work at a place run by a very successful mouse man. And honestly, I think this may just be it for me anyways with this job. I just can't see myself working here any longer. I've been with this company for 23 years. The first 20 years I worked in the parks, nabbing shoplifters and rounding up people who are drinking too much for the heat. Occasionally, there'd be a fight to break up, but people usually kept it pretty mild. Just a bunch of soccer moms just like throwing their...
Well, dude, like there's some crazy fights that break out at Disneyland. I don't know if you like seen the videos, but people throw hands, dude.
Damn, now I want to go down the Disney content rabbit hole. This
Dude, there's some crazy content down the Disney content rabbit hole. It's like fucking crazy. I mean, also there's like billions of people that, not billions, but there's like millions of people that go every year. Obviously, there's going to be some bad cases.
Makes a lot of sense. The heat and walking was getting too much for me the last few years, so I asked to be transferred somewhere with AC, and the company moved me to one of their resorts. Genius, hello? While working conditions were 110% better as far as the climate and comfort go, the guest issues were trickier, mainly the domestics. I guess the expense and stress of vacations got to a lot of people, and I'd be called by neighboring rooms because some mom and dad were yelling at each other. I'd try to suggest they take a nap or go do separate activities for a bit.
Or do an activity together to make your own noises.
Oh, goodness. Let's take this passion into the sheets, baby. Mm-hmm. Where the mouse can't see us.
Mouse approves. Mickey is watching.
Mickey likey. This ain't Pluto, but I got a dog for you, baby. I can put something in those buns. Yeah-wee. This would usually calm them down, but none of that is what I'm here for. I've got to get this out while I have time. 3 days ago, I get a call from management. Apparently, a couple of days before that, housekeeping had went into a room that should have been turned over that day. Turned over is when guests leave at around 11, and then the next guest check-in's at 3, so they clean. And all the guests' items were still in the room. Housekeeping made a note of it, and they moved on. But during the next 2 days when they entered the room, everything was still there and untouched. That's definitely odd. I went to check it out, and sure enough, there was an empty room full of luggage, clothes, snacks, toys, everything a family would need for a vacation. The manager had already looked up the previous reservation, and it was for a family. Dad, mom, and 2 little kids. I tried to call the phone numbers they had given, but all I got was the voicemail. We were a bit stumped, so I made the call that the housekeepers could clean the room and take the family's personal items to be held until we got in contact with someone. I went digging into the reservation some more. The family had arrived 5 days before housekeeping discovered all of their stuff. I found that the family had paid a parking fee and their vehicle description was listed. A quick walk of the parking lots, and I easily located their vehicle.
So it's like they've disappeared.
Literally, all of their stuff, all of their belongings, and their car. That's
the most bonkers
crazy
part. Okay.
Yeah, how would you leave your car? So that ruled out a car accident or them deciding to just leave all of their stuff behind. Very weird. Next, I saw that they had bought a dining plan. This is when a guest prepays for all of their food. They're given a certain number of credits to use for the meals, and the family had only used 3 credits, and the last one was 2 days after they checked in. It appeared that the day they arrived, they got here late and probably just stayed on the resort, and the next day they used 2 credits at Epcot. The second park day, they used just 1 credit at the Magic Kingdom, and it was for breakfast.
So they disappeared after breakfast.
That's kind of what it's looking like here.
Why did they leave all their stuff?
Yeah.
And also, why did they stop using the meal credit? Like they probably just didn't, like something happened.
What if they disappeared and their car has just been sitting there, not just since they would have checked out, but since that day at breakfast? Bro, I don't know. This Mickey's looking more and more suspicious to me.
Sinister.
Looking sus over here, if you ask me. Now at Disney, there's something called magic bands. Magic bands are worn by the guests and they act as a room key, a park key, credit card, dinner reservation payment, fast pass, you name it. It took some work, but I was finally able to look up the family's fast pass history. Okay, this has got to have some good clues in it. The day they went to the Magic Kingdom, they had breakfast at the restaurant in the park, rode on a couple of rides, and rode their last ride, It's a Small World, around 11 a.m., and then nothing.
So are they at It's a Small World?
What if they just live in...
It's a
what if
small
they
world.
became the animatronics and
Yeah,
they're just
dude,
like,
a full
this is our
Disney,
life.
Yeah.
We are a small world now, family. Finally, it was time to bring in someone else on this. I called an old coworker at Magic Kingdom and asked him to pull security footage for It's a Small World at the time that they wrote it, and I made my way over there. Bro,
this is like a full-on investigative.
For real.
Yeah, this feels like a detective show.
My man is Scooby-Dooing the big mouse over here. When I got there, my friend was very confused and almost distraught looking. He showed me what he found.
Oh, fuck. What did he find?
There's usually a camera in the direction of where the rides load and unload. The footage showed them scanning their bands to use the fast pass for the ride and then boarding the ride. The footage from the exit of the ride just showed the other people in their car exiting, but they weren't there.
Where were they?
Of course, we thought the worst, which...
What's the worst? I don't know what the worst is.
According to OP, maybe one of the kids had fallen out and mom and dad and the other kid got off in the middle of the ride to help and they all got injured or passed away or stuck in the machinery somewhere.
Fuck.
So we shut down the entire ride. Wow. We turned off that earworm music and turned up the lights. Me and my buddy walked the ride 3 times before we called in help. Eventually, there was close to 10 cast members searching, and we didn't find shit except for 3 cell phones and a hat. I was right stumped. I kept digging the past couple of days, and I'm not sure who to tell what I found next to. I called the police, and I suppose they're on their way, but the company has a way of covering up things like this, and I decided I can't live with myself if I don't put out some type of warning. I kept digging into the reservations over the last couple of days, and today I noticed that they had purchased Memory Maker.
Memory Maker.
So basically the Memory Maker is throughout the day, they have different people taking pictures. You can scan a QR and kind of get like a synopsis of your day, like a highlight reel of it essentially.
Okay. So it's like a personal photographer almost.
Yeah, and a lot of records of the day probably. There are photographers all over the parks and cameras in a lot of the rides. With Memory Maker, all of those photos are free. They automatically get added to a guest's Disney account when the system knows that their picture has been taken.
Disneyland is freaking
more and more sus over here, dude.
Disneyland is high tech, bro.
What is going on?
Okay, so where are they? Did they get stuck in It's a Small World?
What's your theory right now?
I'm thinking they got stuck in It's a Small World and literally listened to it like a billion times and went fucking crazy.
I would totally agree with you if this much time had not passed.
Yeah.
Because also I'm like, all right, if I'm stuck there, then I'm yelling like, hey, like people on the ride, like we're stuck. But like
the music is so loud, maybe.
And then Opie says, oh, the system always knows. Everyone's whereabouts are always known with the magic bands, which in this case is kind of a good thing. Well, I opened up their Memory Maker photo album, and I swear there are 732 pictures. That's a lot.
That's a huge amount.
The first 30 or so are pretty normal. Epcot, a few rides in front of the castle, but the rest are all in It's a Small World. The ride only takes 1 picture per go-around. So it appears as though this family has ridden the ride over 700 times.
Oh my God.
The first picture was pretty normal. Everyone looked happy. It was a busy day and a full car of guests. The next one is rough to look at. The car is empty except for this little family, and they look so darn confused. The next 10 to 15, I see the dad getting angry and yelling. Mom is holding on to the 2 kids like her life depends on it, and you can see the kids getting increasingly upset and crying. And it goes on and on and on and on. At 50 or so, it looks like they're trying to get out. In one, the dad is missing. In another, they're all gone. Maybe like they've bailed early in the ride and tried to walk out. But in the very next one, they're all right back in that damn car. What the fuck is happening right now?
What the fuck is happening?
Oh my God.
They're like disappearing and reappearing. And dude, imagine the mental torture of, it's a small world after all. It's a small world. And just the animatronics. That ride is fucking terrifying.
I wouldn't be on this earth still, and it wouldn't be because of the ride. I'll tell you that. That is now after around picture 450 or so, I only see the mom and the kids. It's when I look closely that I can see the dad, maybe just his body now, slumped down in one of the seats. Since about 675, there's just mom and one of the kids and another body in the seat.
What the fuck?
The mom and the kid aren't moving anymore, and I think the two of them are just alive, just damn near catatonic and looking straight ahead and pale.
Because like they don't have any food for like 6 days.
Oh, for sure. Water. And y'all, I swear on my effing life, the dolls are moving or something. In some of these pictures, I can tell that they aren't where they should be. I even saw one with a doll in the car with his family. One of like the animatrons.
What?
I can't look at this anymore or I'm going to lose my lunch. I closed the album. Its file size increased since I closed it. God, are there new pictures being added? I see on security cameras that the local police department just arrived, so they'll take over soon. I wish I knew what the F was going on, but I also wish this damn thing never landed in my lap. I don't think I'll be able to make an update on this. After I talk to the police, I think I'm going to just walk out of here and never come back. I just wanted to get this out there before Disney feeds the media some BS cover-up as to why a whole family vanished. They didn't vanish. I know where they are.
I have so many questions on like, so did the family get trapped in like that, just like the loop of the ride going over and over again? Like, yeah. I don't think there were other people on the ride. Like, it seems like the ride was closed down or something.
I'm like super lost on this. It would make sense if they never left the car ever.
Yeah.
The fact that they left and came back.
Someone said 700 photos, 14-minute ride duration, 9,800 minutes, 163 hours, 6 days, 19 hours.
Jeez.
6 days, 19 hours. Yeah, I guess it was trapped on the ride. Someone said they got stuck on the boat for 10 minutes, and it's extremely unsettling to hear the music playing while you just sat there not moving.
Which, I mean, if they went around that many times, I mean, it's night. It's not running at night. If it's 6 days.
But maybe it accidentally kept running.
For 6 days? Ah, man, this is just beyond my comprehension. What if there's also, I feel like we're like becoming those like conspiracy theory podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, the Disney Channel, you know, did this and da 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 da. What if it was like a ride worker gone rogue? That to me is like the only explanation I could possibly think of.
Yeah,
where any of this would make sense.
That's spooky.
Very spooky.
That's spooky. And just in time for October. So don't go to Disneyland or you might get trapped on the ride forever.
Apparently that's the thing. Now, okay. I actually have a surprise for Sam and Riley here. So what? Just sit your butt down.
Disneyland tickets?
Just sit your butt down.
Oh!
You knew what it was immediately.
No way.
I've been saving it.
Dude. No way. The plaque?
The plaque.
The fucking plaque?
I had to open it on the show where everyone could see. I've been sitting on this for so many days, guys.
Dude.
You don't know.
Dude. Holy oh! There's foam.
There's foam.
There's foam. Let's see.
Should we read the note? That's a story.
Yeah. So, congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement. This award was inspected by Rick.
Shout out,
Thanks,
Rick.
Do you
Thanks,
remember
Rick.
your first subscriber, your 100th, or your 1,000th? Chances are you do, and we know you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed, and their numbers increased because of the community you've built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. The Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber?
Open that puppy up. Open that puppy up right there.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's shiny.
OKOP show.
Dude.
Give it a hold, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Give it a hold.
Nice and sturdy.
That's a plaque, dude.
Oh, that's this is gonna be my new mirror every day.
That shit
I will
is
make content
shiny.
for my community.
Oh man, I just want to thank. I mean, like it's all because of you guys. So
Yeah. Oh, my
thank
gosh.
you so much for
Wow.
continuing to support us and watch. That's crazy. I'm so excited.
You like the surprise?
I like the surprise. I like the surprise. Pretty sick.
Thank you all seriously so much. Like this is me and Sam have both been creating content since we were basically children.
I literally a child.
You're literally a child. So
I have YouTube videos from when I was like 12.
Yes.
And so does John.
Yes. So this is to me, this is like the getting like a gold record or something like that.
This is John's Emmy. This is
That's
Grammy.
right. Woo. So thank you all. We love you.
We love you though.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Sheesh, dude, that's so sick.